House of Universe. A family of universe in reality. The God in the eight-dimensional world, it is paternal existence. Ametsuchi Kaibyaku Onamuto Somi Karada Hino Okami Tamashi no Kami. The God in the seven-dimensional world, it is maternal existence. Moto Fumikurai Minoshi Nushi o Okami, another name Moroku Okami. The two gods are the parental original gods. They have begun all. The seven-dimensional world holds the whole universe. In the six-dimensional world the parental original gods appear in Aim Hajime Aim Hashira Nushi Okami, and Aim Hajime Aim Hashira Amai Okami. They are the gods of the creation, the creators. In the five-dimensional world the parental original gods appear in Amaterasu Sume Ohmikami, the god of the sovereign, and Okuni Tokotachi Okami, who supports from behind, who receives the wills of the gods of the creation in the six-dimensional world and breathes life into them. Everything is given life here. In the four-dimensional world the parental original gods appear in Kuniyorozu Tsukurinushi Ohkami. Another name Kokuso Kunatakatachi Ohkami and Kuniyorozu Tsukurimi Ohkami, who are given the wills of the gods in the six-dimensional world. They have produced children. Those children of the gods have naturally the natures of the parental original gods. In the four-dimensional world all the necessary gods have appeared. There is nothing in shortage and the spiritual materials from the upper dimensional world have filled the four-dimensional world. All the gods wear the spiritual material on, namely they all have gotten the spiritual body. A life in the four-dimensional world is kept quite long. Finally the government is established to rule the four-dimensional world. It is a peaceful world. The three-dimensional world is begun where all is reflected by the upper worlds. Amaterasu Ohkami. The spirit is in the lineage of Amaterasu Sume Ohmikami. In the five-dimensional world appears in Sun and Kokuso. Kunatakatachi Ohkami, in the four-dimensional world appears in Moon. They have worked on filling up the three-dimensional world with their elements, the spiritual material, and have continually and ultimately solidified it until finally the earth is made and successively the stars and the planets are made. Foundation is done for the present earthly world. There is an issue from the maternal original God in the seven-dimensional world. It is ordered, Kokuso Kunatakatachi Ohkami, to create man that has the human flesh on the ground. Kokuso Kunatakatachi Ohkami has worked on the task and made the earth solid with soil and accomplished it. The first man that has the flesh body on the earth is created. The god, Daiji Shogun Ohkami, appears in the first man's spirit. After it has done, the other gods in the four-dimensional world have successively descended to the earthly world with their own flesh bodies. From the seven-dimensional world to the four-dimensional world are the worlds, the spiritual formation invisible where the parental original gods administer. The three-dimensional world, the materialized world visible, is presided over and administered by the god, Daiji Shogun Ohkami. Every world that exists in the universe is in a family. Each has its own role. All the system of the whole universe is condensed in this materialized world so that everything is expressed and incarnated without any insufficiencies. Here is the world of expression with the various formations. Moon and sun divide their own parts to make the stars and the earth. The celestial sphere, another way to express the three-dimensional world, the real world, the practical world, the materialized world. The earthly world, the present world. This world is filled with the materials elements from the heaven, the upper worlds. Moon and sun have the roles in this materialized world that are assigned by the Parental Original Gods. The water, the soil, the nature, the spirit, the fine particles, and all the creations made by the wills of the Parental Original Gods have roles. There is nothing that does not have a role. All is alive. Especially sun protects all the living things and let all the creation vigorous and surveils the cycles of the material, replacing the old with the new that is fed by the Parental Original Gods. From the earth to the universe is filled up with that material. It is alive. Moon controls man, the nature, the wise providence of the astronomical body and the cycles. People have the roles according to their individualities originated from their spirit. The firmed formation of the universe embodies the great principle and the institution of the rotation of the universe. The universe, a house, has the ways of a family. It is called Amatsu Shinsoku, divine rule of the universe, which is postured by the gods of the creation in the six-dimensional world. And there is a plan of the Parental Original Gods. It has been consistent since the beginning and carried out without any slightest distortions and has never changed in the past. And it will never do in the present and the future. Residence. On the earth reside people as a family of the universe are prepared deliberately. Daiji Shogun Ohkami, the central figure of divine nation, and the other designated gods appear in necessary people who have taken their respective positions. Further, there are people the gods have prepared. It is called the Chosen. It is the Israelite 12 tribes, includes Judas surfaced. The ultimate ancestors of the chosen in the first place are called Adam and Eve, who are the red race. They are chosen from the children of the first emperor who is descended to this world as the first man having a flesh body from the four-dimensional world. The first emperor is the origin of mankind. The first emperor's name is Amahinomoto Ashikabi Kiminoshino Mahikari Ohkami Sumera Makoto. The spirit of the first emperor is Daiji Shogun Ohkami. When the reign of the second emperor, whose spirit is Chijo Maru Ohkami, Adam and Eve and their people are sent to the various places and lands. After a long time the god has appointed Moses, the king of African nations, for the god's task. The spirit of Moses is given from the spiritual lineage of Kuniyorozu Tsukurinushi Ohkami. Moses with his Pentateuch and Mosaic laws has led the Israelite 12 tribes descendants from Jacob's 12 sons to go out of Egypt. It is called Exodus in history as stated in the Old Testament. Since then it is set a great ordeal upon them and they are to spread to the various places and lands and have to have hard times. But they, Israelite 12 tribes, in fact are the people, the origin of the five-colored people, destined to reign someday over this world. The name of the God who has entrusted and given Moses a mission is Jehovah. Jehovah's spirit is the gods of the creation, Aim Hajime Aim Hashira Nushimi Ohkami, in the six-dimensional world. Now the time has come. People, the chosen, are to build a new world and to be a family of the universe are destined in the first place. Today all the necessary people have come to this earthly world and are ready for the task as it is planned in the beginning. Their spirit and life are purposely chosen. When the parental original gods have created the universe, the gods and the nature all are planned. The chosen, the Israelite 12 tribes, is one of them. The Israelite 12 tribes are the treasured people of the gods. Why? Because when the time has come, they are the people who work on the coming great restoration of the world. Why they have had the path of the hardships in this world is because disciplines are put on them. With every battle and throw put on them in history, they are hidden as the treasure of the gods. It is just because for them to build a new age in which people never forget the gods and never bring the world of artificiality back again. Nothing in all the creations to this world never dies out and be extinct in the universe. Even a single drop of rain, particle or CQI, live and they are immortal. The life and the spirit live forever. The earthly world where man of God resides does not require people who are not planned in the first place, but requires the necessary people the gods have planned. All is so arranged and plotted from the beginning. It is the synopsis of the great parental original gods that appear in Kuniyorozu Tsukurinushi Ohkami and Kuniyorozu Tsukurinushi Ohkami in the four-dimensional world for the implementation of the task. Kuniyorozu Tsukurinushi Ohkami is the last emperor of the Tenjin reign, the seventh emperor in the Tenjin reign, who does not have a flesh body, who is in the spiritual formation and the predecessor to the first emperor of the Judei reign. Who has had the flesh body? The first man descended on the ground with the flesh body as mentioned earlier in this book. The whole universe is going on under the impregnable plan of the gods since the beginning. And it goes on forever. Moses has worked for the preparation for the coming new age. And the gods have helped him. Judas of 12 tribes have been working up front and have had to endure the hardships and the ordeals. Judas and other lost tribes that are mingled with locals have overcome the ordeals and now waiting in the various lands and places for the signal flag.